Writing a resume for a teaching position, Part 2. At the end of the last video, I left off at volunteer work / teaching experience. We are now going to continue with the rest of the resume. The next section of the resume is professional development. As a future teacher, you are competing against numerous other teacher candidates with similar qualifications. I thus highly recommend that you seek out opportunities to stand out from the crowd. One way to do this is through professional development, experience that is viewed very favorably by potential future employers. Professional development entails attending workshops, seminars, and conferences, and or presenting at conferences. Your attendance at these types of events shows future employers that you want to grow as an educator. A workshop is typically a standalone presentation that lasts anywhere between 1 to 2 hours. An example of a workshop is a happy hour workshop, as you can see here on the resume. A conference, on the other hand, is usually a 1 to 3 day event consisting of a number of workshops. The annual Happy Hour Student Showcase in January is an example of a conference. For both workshops and conferences, your participation should be listed in reverse chronological order, with the most recent event listed first. If you attended a workshop, write the name of the workshop first, either underlining it or writing it in italics. If it is a happy hour workshop, which is part of the UCF College of Education and Human Performance Professional Learning for Teacher Candidates program, include the following identifying information. Happy, and then in parentheses, having active participation prepares you, close parentheses, hour, comma, Professional Learning for Teacher Candidates Workshop. This additional information tells future employers not familiar with Happy Hour what the program represents. If you attended a conference, write the name of the conference. Then state the organization sponsoring the workshop or conference. While a teacher candidate, you will probably write College of Education and Human Performance, University of Central Florida. Then write the location, the city, and the state of the workshop or conference. Finally, write the date, the month, date, and year of the workshop or conference. The next section of the resume is skills. In the skills section, you can include things like languages you speak, special technological skills you have, etc. Organizations. Your current membership in professional organizations and other organizations such as fraternities, sororities, and student academic organizations such as KDP, FEA, and SNEA would be included in this section. Your involvement in these organizations shows future employers that you want to enhance your credentials and make a difference in the teaching profession. In the next section, you would include any awards or honors that you have. Certifications. If you have any special certifications such as CPR, you may include them in this section. Interests. In this section, you may list your interests and hobbies. This section is particularly important for secondary education majors who may be recruited to sponsor a particular club, organization, or sport at the high school level. Including hobbies or interests that may serve a need of a high school can make you more marketable. Let's move on to the last section, and that is references. When applying for a teaching position, you'll need to provide at least 3 references that can vouch for your qualifications as a future teacher. It is highly recommended that you include letters from the following people: supervising teacher, professor, and or university advisor, or someone else who can attest to your abilities as a future educator. The list of references may be included at the bottom of the resume or on a separate reference page, as I have that indicated here. For each reference, include the following information: name and title / position of reference, his or her place of employment, phone number, and email address. Here are some final tips for writing an impressive resume. If possible, try to limit the resume to 1 page. Number 2, you want your resume to stand out in a positive way. If you are going to drop off your resume at a school or career fair, I recommend printing it on bond paper. It's the type of paper that has a watermark, and or on paper that is off-white, gray, or beige. Number 3, have someone proof your resume for grammatical, typographical, and spelling errors. Number 4, your resume is a dynamic rather than static document. Keep a copy on your desktop and add to it as you accumulate experiences. You should now be ready to start writing the rough draft of your resume.